Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Slings it downfield. Right side, it's Moore. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, and this defense is reeling already. First play of the game, and you give up an explosive play in the passing game just like that. They better collect themselves and buckle up and get ready to go.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown Ducks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call. And kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
Williams makes the ground and room to run. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. That they made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Sells the run, looking to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
2nd and long here. The give, running right, it's Frazier. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space, and I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
Trying to run, it's Frazier. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride him again. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Georgia! The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Give to the running back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
Well, the last 2 plays, they've given this guy the ball, and he's done a really nice job, shown really nice vision. He's gotten what's available to him. He hasn't broken off the 60-yarder quite yet, but he is doing a nice job of putting this offense now in a very manageable third down situation.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Now here's Moore. Turns it upfield. At the 35, he's loose. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Dante Moore unloads to the right. Fires it incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Long way to go on second down. They'll try the counter. All over him immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Hits inside, it's Davison. There he goes. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing more. Oh, pressure's coming. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense.
And that is back-to-back sacks. You get down here in this part of the field, man, you want to keep going forward. You want to make sure you put yourself in a good situation. Hopefully to go for it if you need to on fourth down. And now you're putting yourself really behind the 8 ball with back-to-back sacks.
Rolls right. Unleashes one. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. On the direct snap, it's Moore. He won't get there. The defense with a fourth down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Could not make his way to the corner. They'll need a bunch on second down. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Knocked down immediately.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Humphries.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, going to throw it. Spits it out to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
And how about it? 3rd down, they try to attack the outer part of the field. A lot of times those out routes are the hardest passes to throw. Defense ready. Good 3rd down defense, and they get the win on that one.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will Ncaa at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Coming out with it, it's Bear. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Moore. Trying to beat the D deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Moves the pocket. It's Stockton. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you got to feel good about where you're at on this field, man. The defense forces the turnovers, sets you up so good. Now, the whole playbook is wide open. 1st down, they go with the pass. I would not be surprised if they turn right around here, try to get more physical, try to run the football, and try to capitalize on this field position.
Running to daylight from inside his 25. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Bulldogs offense is on the field ready to get this drive cranked up. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Tight end now in motion. They'll give to Frazier. Nowhere to go.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Frazier again. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Those last 2 runs have been disastrous. Would they dare go to a draw on 3rd and 16? Off the bootleg and rolling out. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Davison. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quick give. It's Hill. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Follows his blocks. It's Davison. Defense all over him.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Stockton. Out wide right, it's Frazier. Not quite so backed up after that play. He's out of bounds at the 12. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The give, running right, it's Frazier. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Great place to start for this offense. Here's Moore to throw. Rush right in his face. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Moore to the air. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Look out. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. They get the completion, but it won't be nearly enough as the defense is there to stop him short. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Swamped immediately.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy. But the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Frazier again. Got the first down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped with a 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Frazier. Drop immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Now Oregon will call it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Pulls it fired complete. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Dante Moore. Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the 4th quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Back open in the middle. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed, you know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the first.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Throwing more. Gets rid of it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And what a big third down stop for this defense. And now it's decision time for the offense. Actually, no, it's not. Like what are we doing? The field goal doesn't do much here. Huge fourth down coming for this offense. Got to find that best play. Got to get in the end zone.
Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it masterfully. In a big moment, man, they chase him down, they get to the QB, and they call game and walk out of here with the W.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And he missed it. No good. The lead is still 6 after